What's going on, guys? My name's Gerard. Today we're gonna learn how to fakie tail stall. Before you learn this trick, you should know how to pump on a mini ramp and drop in. In my opinion, tail stall should be the second trick that you learn on a mini ramp. Rock to fakie is the first trick for most people, but then they don't have anything to do on the other side. So fakie tail stall lets you do a trick on both sides of the ramp. What you're gonna do, how the trick works, is you roll up to the ramp, your foot is back in the pocket just like a drop in. You're gonna lean your body back, stall the tail on the coping, and then at that point, just drop back in. Foot position for tail stall is really just like any of the other tricks we've learned so far. Back foot in the pocket so you can get a nice lock in to the top of the ramp with the coping, and then front foot up on the bolts. You wanna make sure that your front foot is in a pretty wide stance, because if your feet are too close together, you're gonna have a difficult time getting into the stall. The cool thing about this trick is if you already know how to drop in, which I would recommend you do before you start learning this, you already know half the trick. All you have to do is get comfortable leaning back onto the coping and then just drop right back in. Just like rock to fakie, I don't recommend learning this trick coming straight from the top of the ramp. You want to pump up to it to get comfortable. So what you're going to want to do is pump up, lean back just a little bit so your tail touches, and then drop back in. The more you do this, the easier it's going to be for you to balance on top of the ramp, and the more comfortable you're going to get leaning backwards. Eventually you're going to lean so far back that you're able to stall up on the ramp. Sometimes when people are learning this trick, they'll lean too far back and fall up on the deck. That's okay. It's better to lean too far back than not enough, because that shows that you're committing to the motion of getting on top of the ramp. After you get into the tail stall, like I said, all you have to do is drop back in. That's what I love about this trick. If you can drop in already, you already know half of it. I think the hardest thing for most people with tail stall is just committing to leaning back. We practice so much with dropping in of leaning forward, so leaning back on a ramp feels kind of counterintuitive. That's why it's so important for you to work up to it by pumping up so you don't have to fully commit to getting on top of the ramp and just tapping your tail. Eventually, after you do that enough, you're gonna be sitting there on top of the ramp. All right, you just learned fakie tail stall. It's the first fakie trick that you'll learn on a mini ramp, and it's gonna really allow you to be able to do tricks now on both sides. You can go up rock to fakie, come back and do a tail stall, and you can really do that all day if you wanted to. Don't forget, leave a comment down below, let me know what trick you wanna learn next, or what trick you wanna see me learn next. And if you learned something new, film it, send it in to me, you might find yourself at the end of the next video. Till then, see you guys next time.